All right, so welcome back. This is Editors Forum. Let's get into the conversation, gentlemen. Shola Morano is here. Emeka Madunagu is here. Gentlemen, in just a moment, Dr. Kilani Mohammed will also join us live from Abuja, the nation's capital. Shola, classical Nigerian politics, classical Nigerian politician. Were you surprised by that move at all?
I was never surprised. You see, this game is a war chess stuff. Yeah, and you know who must go down first. I just pity the people I have sympathy for now is the PDP that could not put their hands together to allow this guy to go. For an ordinary man or anybody who doesn't really understand the politicking that is being displayed here would think Fani-Kayode'S is a nobody. You get it? Yes. To us, we might be tribal about it, we might think anything. But excuse me, you have a pawn that keep destroying your parts, destroying your club. What would you do in a professional match? You will use anything to buy that guy out of the other club. Let me throw banter. Like, I don't really like chess. But like Chelsea dealing with Arsenal, giving Arsenal headache all of the time. And there is one stubborn guy, and they throw him for purchase. What do you think Arsenal is going to do? Because they know this guy. See, APC is not concerned about what Fani-Kayode is going to offer them at the polling booth, but remove Fani-Kayode from PDP, because with Fani-Kayode you will have less problem, you will have less abuse on media, because you know his value, that he can talk, he's so intelligent politically, he understands the terrain, and he can back. You will need the likes of Adesina. You will need the likes of this other guy. 3 sets of them to counter Fani-Kayode. The problem is not Fani-Kayode helping Buhari to solve the next dispensation. It's to pin him down and bring him to their side, so that in the next dispensation of campaign that will be coming up, nobody will be able to dispense that kind of energy that Fani-Kayode could offer. See, in the military understanding, you don't need to see those who work in the signal room. And he has not just crossed, he has crossed long before you even announce it. He has been relating with people that are sent to do a perfect job. The like of Kogi governor. Remember, there was a time they were together settling an issue between the farmers and the owners, and yet Nigerians are just looking at this thing thinking that it's a tea party. Look at the people he is mentioning. There are zones. Each person from each zones were appointed to do the killer job, and they succeeded in doing it. And bringing, just begin to watch. You won't hear much anymore against the APC or Buhari. All the dummy that was thrown at Buhari, you will notice that people will not show concern, not until when the likes of Fani-Kayode begin to write about it. There are people like that in politics.
Yes, Emeka, I wonder what your thoughts are. Just before the show, you shared 1 or 2 things, but let's hear you now. This defection, did it come as a surprise to you? I wonder if you also agree with him that, look, this is a very, very sad move for the PDP, because of the truth, many Nigerians feel, who is he? But then he had the privilege to meet with the president, something that many APC members have been clamoring and fighting for.
Okay, fine. Fani-Kayode, first of all, never left APC. He never returned to PDP. Yeah. You got to know that in today's Nigerian politics, there are moles, spies. I mean, people sent out
to other parties.
Because when you
yes, I'll
clarify because
of course.
He also said that he cannot join the APC.
Somebody who was attacking the president, but he still had a full complement of security detail under Buhari. It's not under Jonathan, or under Buhari, right? And look at the things he was writing. You need to do a psychoanalysis of all the things he was writing. You will find out one thing. He had a way of using vile words, using strong words. You understand? To drive simple points. So when people, it just trying to be in sync with the mood. That of course, Nigerians are disappointed with the performance of President Muhammadu Buhari. So of course, he just keyed into it, flowed along with it, using all kinds of very strong words. Even look at all he said about, Donald Trump, is it hip-hop, is it Sunday Igboho, name it. If you go through all those things, you'll find out that really, there wasn't, to me, he wasn't really making much sense that any discerning observer could pick.
Yes.
So but you see, Nigerians will clap for somebody, you understand, who can really, cause a storm.
Tell the policy of
not in reality, but using very fine words. You can put words together, bamboozle people.
Okay.
But people who are discerning will see through the deceit.
Yes. Let's take a look at the reactions. We'll come to the APC very shortly and see the reactions from the APC. But from the PDP here in the Southwest on Friday, they described Fani-Kayode'S as a political beggar. These are very unprintable names, but I mean we have to put it out there as a political beggar. I mean, Umahi also granted an interview where he had to say that. Referred to Fani-Kayode'S interview where he said he was instrumental to Umahi's defection, and he said that was an insult to his person. But then, Islamic cleric, popular Sheikh Ahmed Gumi, who is not a politician, in my opinion, says that describes Fani-Kayode as the Judas of Oduduwa. I mean, quote, the Judas of Oduduwa. Let me begin with someone from the Southwest. Who is from the Southwest? I wonder how you're receiving this, because in his Facebook post, that's Gumi, he says, quote, I have for long neglected the rantings of the Judas of Oduduwa attacking me, knowing fully well that he is fake and a traitor. Time has now caught up with him, and thanks to Allah, all his vituperations are cast in the dustbin. We can go on and on and on. But I wonder how you're receiving this story.
I don't want to go that route, because I want to believe that whatever they must have opened to themselves, they should go and take care of it. You understand it? Right. If he has trusted Fani-Kayode for one reason or the other, I don't care. Whatever he's saying, that is his own opinion. But I need people to understand one fact, that when it comes to the political institution, first of all, the institution is full of betrayers within themselves, and all these political individuals are found in this court. Call them by any name, beautify it by any form, they are birds of the same feather, because they all cross from one party to the other. The only person or the only group of persons that I might say could be claimed to have been seen out of that box is the like of Obasanjo and the likes of them. Maybe if you are staying a bit longer, maybe it must have also crossed to other political camp. But come to think of it, they are the same. Moving it from where? Is it APP, ANPP, CPC, AC, on OC? Jokes like that, with due respect. Calling it again from AD to AC, ACN, and down the ladder to where we find this APC. It's just that the format of operation is what is so different about this cross-carpet.
So I understand the publisher, Liberator Magazine, and Director of Media Publicity Presidential Support Committee is standing by live from Abuja, the nation's capital. Dr. Kilani Mohammed Thank you so much for joining us on the conversation this afternoon. Of course, you are a sympathizer or a member of the APC. I'm not sure which one now. I wonder, did this move, this cross-carpeting or defection, did it come as a surprise to you? Are you excited to finally have FFK in your camp?
Surprise to you? That's why the team was finally have FFK. Okay.
And then we'll get back to you and get your thoughts on the program as we discuss this defection and what exactly it means for the Nigerian political system. Gentlemen, let's even talk about the fact that some members of the APC feel betrayed. They have worked for the party, they have labored for the party, they have fought, clamored.
That's the nature of Nigerian politics.
Mr. President, and they have been turned down on several times. I'm trying not to mention names, but we have seen some responses from
Baba Femi. Let's mention the names. I mean, these are not. So it's in the public domain. Yes. The thing is very simple. When Abba Kyari died, the chief of staff to the president, what did Fani-Kayode'S write? He was praising him, you know, flowery speeches and all that. And this was somebody that Nigerians regarded as the engine room of the Buhari administration. And this was you claimed to be fighting for Nigerians, but yet you were eulogizing this. You said so many flowery things about Swan. That was when I knew that there was something, some things were not in, certain things were not in order. That Nigerians should not trust, you know, this fellow. I mean, there were times I just deliberately went through, I ran through, I did psychoanalysis of certain things he posted, certain things he said, and I said, listen, Nigerians, why are you getting so excited about what this guy is saying? This guy is saying nothing. He just putting words together, blowing wind, blowing hot air, and deceiving you people, misleading you people.
Yeah, so let me ask, when a politician says, I would rather die than join the APC,
why does he need to die?
2018
why does he need to die?
2019?
Ask him.
And then in 2021, he says he was led by the Spirit.
Come on, that you see, it is so easy for people to lie using the name of God. It is so easy to whip up emotions using the name of God. But I want to tell you something. You see, like you know, the Bible said that God is not mocked. You understand? He said he would rather die, right? Die for what? Is politics a do or die affair? Is it, are we practicing politics of bitterness? This is about himself. So every politician is interested, is, you know, out for his own interest. But all he was saying was just for his personal interest.
Gentlemen, Dr. Kirani Mohammed, I think we do have you back now, and we have your connections and audio very okay. So I believe we can go ahead with this conversation with you. Publisher, Liberator Magazine, and Director of Media and Publicity of the Presidential Support Committee. Thank you so much for joining us on the program. I wonder what your exact thoughts are about the defection to the APC, which I want to think you are a member or a sympathizer. That's on the one hand. I'm wondering why the defection of Shehu Sani to the PDP is not making as much noise as that of Femi Fani-Kayode.
The PDP is not making as much noise as that of Femi Fani-Kayode.
Mr. Kelly, are you hearing me? Are you hearing? Mr. Kelly, are you hearing me?
Go ahead, please. That's a delay, but I'm sure we can hear you. So go ahead, please, with your thoughts.
Go ahead, please. That's a delay. With your thoughts.
Everything is not surprising. He who fights one day, fight another day. In recent times, against the North, there's nothing we can say. But when times against the normal
Well, we will check in with you. I'm not sure what exactly is playing out. It does appear there's an audio jam or something. I don't know which. Maybe you need to turn down the volume of a TV set and just stick with the Zoom connection and interview. I think that's what the problem is. Just stick with the Zoom interview, and you have to mute your TV set, to just move away from your TV set completely, so that we do not have the holdback which we are experiencing. We'll come back with you again, Dr. Kelani Mohammed, in just a moment. If you're there and you have done that, maybe we can come back to you right now. Turn down the volume of your TV set, Dr. Mohammed, and then I'm sure we can have a proper and smooth conversation. So I wonder your exact thoughts about this move again by Femi Fani-Kayode'S. And we're wondering why it's not making so much noise, or why it's making so much noise rather than that of even Shehu Sani, who defected to the People's Democratic Party. All right, so again, we're able to speak to Dr. Mohammed, establish connections with him, and we'll probably just have an audio conversation. Gentlemen, so this is part of what our Nigerian political system looks like.
Yeah, he's facing trial.
How can we fix this?
He's facing trial for corruption, don't forget. And he's also negotiating. Look at Stella Odua the other day. Jumped to the APC. She's also facing, she's also standing trial. And then you find out here and there are people who have issues with this administration, who have been, quietly negotiating their way. I mean, and if you remember what the former national chairman of APC, Adam Sushomole, once said, that of course when you move to the APC, your sins are forgiven. So, I mean, the typical Nigerian politician would take
this stance, even though he's not the chairman of the party anymore.
No, but what did he? He was chairman of the party, and what he just said was what later became operational. You saw how people with different cases, started jumping into the party. So it's unfortunate that our politics has to get to this level. Where principles are thrown overboard, and all that matters is just interest.
Well, I don't know. You see, for me, it's unfortunate that Nigerians are not seeing the game being replayed like what happened in 2014, 2015. When the PDP were struggling to retain power, they went out to get what it is possible to get in. And some of these individuals that are being pulled into APC might lead to some kind of political apathy. First of all, between the party and those who show interest on the ruling party for now. Right. Gets to know that because of the position of Fani-Kayode'S, the kind of insult and assault he has placed on the president, some of the followers of Buhari as the president of this country might not welcome this
development.
This development. And it will reflect on some of the followers who felt that they have done so much, and some of them doesn't even have the grace to go closer to Asoro, not to talk of sitting with the president. Some of this influence is going to count. Like I was saying, the issue is not about money. The issue is not about negotiation. There's a place you get to in politics that you just want to remain in that kitchen cabinet by whatever influential and it's being played out all over the world. It's not about Nigeria alone. Not to see massive we are painting this country black. Nation, even in the great nation of America, look at what Republican almost turned into when the Democrats have played their game so well to push out the former president. So we should understand this game.
Watching the Editors Forum, we have to round up on this topic very quickly. Dr. Mohammed, we will take your position and thoughts about this move very quickly as we discuss the issue of Mr. President's loan request. But in a nutshell, tell us how you feel as an APC sympathizer about this defection. And I wonder how you also feel, because I understand some of you have labored so much for the All Progressive Congress and you have not had this one-on-one interaction with Mr. President.
See, you fight and run away, live to fight another day. So, what Mr. Fani-Kayode'S did yesterday is not surprising to us. I've been doing that. He throttled between APC to PDP to APM. If you check the governor of Sokoto State, he did the same thing. So all these politicians, I wonder what is worrying them. All we need to do is to concentrate and make sure we make Nigeria a great place. For me, I'm a principal politician because I've been in this game with Mr. President since 2002, and I've never moved out of the party. All right.
Yes. So, but is it? Yes. So, but is it true that some of you are feeling bitter that you have not had this interaction? You have not been presented to the president like he was presented.
Well, for me, I have personal relationship with Mr. President. Since we came in 2015, I had calls to see Mr. President 3 times. The only thing we are saying is that Mr. President should look back. Its people are still on ground. Those people that have been saying change Nigeria for good. All these people are in the background. So we are calling on him. Most of these ministers and these apprentices that we don't even know who have not been change Nigeria for better, they should do away with them and bring his own people so that the remaining 19 months will turn around Nigeria for better and make Nigeria a great place.
Okay.